were out and shouting J-E-T-S Jets well before the gates opened here. And now they fill the stands of MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Nick Folk ready to do the honors. And away we go from East Rutherford. This return starts at and this drive will start inside the 25. So here are the Browns now, headed out for their first drive. And at the helm, a first-round pick in 2008, writing the closing chapters of a fantastic career, quarterback Joe Flacco.
The former Super Bowl champion, I think, surprised all of us, Kate, going from the couch to comeback player of the year. And while everybody thought the career was over, he still shows that he's got some RPMs and some velo in that right arm of his.
Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Here's 2nd and 7. Looking, pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
And now this defense is on that sack board and sets up a pretty good chance here on 3rd down. It's a little bit like blood in the water with Sharks when it comes to taking sacks. You can feel it as a quarterback. Once that defense gets one, they're hungry for another.
Let's see what they went with on 3rd down. Pass play coming here. He's in trouble, and they bring him down again. And the defense through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down. The Browns are lined up to punt. And he's in a real tough spot for his first kick. And he gets it away from his end zone. And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. So the Jets take the field for their first drive. Leading him out now in his 5th season here in the NFL. Won 4 of his 6 starts last year. Justin Fields.
While his 4-2 record wasn't good enough to keep the starting job in Pittsburgh over Russell Wilson, that performance was enough to show the rest of the NFL there's still potential in him to go lead a franchise. That's just simply one of those situations, Kate, where I think you and I got to tip our cap to the defense. Really took away everybody. There was no outlet, and only an incompletion could be had.
2nd down and 10. Fields. He's going to push one deep down. That one's caught at the 10-yard line. And he's going to take this across. Touchdown, New York. The Jets get a perfect start. They've gone up 6-0. It's a Jerry Jeudy touchdown. Well, Brock, they could prove me wrong, but I don't think touchdowns are going to come that easily the rest of this game. But starting out, we all welcome the quick score.
Yeah, not a lot of energy exerted. A lot of their cards shown just yet. They only got a couple plays into their strategy, and they found pay dirt. A lot of mystery still to come with what they're going to do schematically. A lot of answers have to be found defensively.
That one right down the middle. And the Jets will jump out to a 7-0 lead. It's all lined up. Folk ready to send this one flying. Has this at the 6. And he's brought down just inside the 25. 2nd drive coming up for this Cleveland offense. And they haven't gotten their legs under them on offense just yet, Brock. 3 plays and a punt on their opening drive. They go play action on 1st. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. They motion the tight end over. 2nd and 10 now. excellent play defensively as they get to him behind the line. That's going to bring up third down.
Hey, I know it's tough to evaluate when you're playing at game speed when there's chaos all around you. But if he looked around, I'm not sure that's a throw he would make again. Even one of the biggest targets, big old tight end, couldn't fight back to the line of scrimmage.
Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. He'll look to throw. Gets it to him on the screen. And he hits a wall at the line and goes nowhere.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
Corey Bajorquez on the punt. And this is the second time he's been brought on to kick it. And he's going to get a modest amount on that return before he ends up out of bounds. Now for the second time this game, we get a look at the New York offense. And so far, they've executed exactly how they drew it up, Brock. Early lead, no points allowed, and a chance now to seize control of the game on their second possession.
And Kate, generally, offenses love to script their first 10 to 15 plays. Well, this entire game script is playing out just the way they want to.
Gets out of harm's way after stringing together some nice yards on that run.
I love that play. I mean, that's quarterback 101. Nothing downfield, get what you can with your legs, but so much more importantly, protect yourself. Availability, one of the most important abilities for any quarterback.
Here's 2nd and 5. He's calling his own number again. The field slides down safely as he picks up the first.
It's a gain of 11. That's good for the Jets. First down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
They won't snap it in time. That is going to be the end of the first quarter. The Jets with an early lead. More from MetLife coming right up. Time for the second quarter of play. It's Jets football. They've got 1st and 10 here, looking to add to their lead. Here's Breece Hall on the ground for the first time. And this run is going to push it inside the 40. Give him 7 there.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
7 yards on that last play, so this is 2nd and 3. On the counter, Hall. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. It's a 4-yard gain, and that's going to get him across the marker and earn the first.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Going to the ground again on first. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. That was Martin Emerson with a stop that time.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Here's Hall once more. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. The rookie from Michigan, there that time.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Fields on 3rd. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. So it's the 2-minute warning here from MetLife. The Jets with a chance to boost their lead. Flushed out of the pocket. He's keeping it. Decent yardage picked up here before he slides down to avoid the tackle.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide in practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play. and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
In a good spot here, 2nd and inches. Shotgun snap, a give to Hall. And he will take it in. Touchdown, New York. The Jets grow their lead just before halftime. Breece Hall with the touchdown. Well, Brock, he found himself some space to work, and from there, wow, all athleticism as he made his way into the end zone.
You got that right, Kate. Just that speed. You got to have some different gear when you get down here to the red zone. It's hard to score rushing touchdowns, and that running back sees the open space, he sees the green grass, and he finishes it off with 6.
Folk on now to try the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Jets double their lead to 14.
Jets 14, Browns nothing.
It's all lined up. Folk ready to send this one flying. Return coming from the 6. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Cleveland's offense all set to take over. They're trailing, but there's enough time, Brock, that they could get a scoring drive to attack that here before the break. Shotgun snap, a give to Ford. And he powers ahead for about 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
That is simply a stay-on-schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
Run picks up 6, so that means it's 2nd and 4. From the 31. Completed to his running back. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
First down, Cleveland.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. From the gun, it's Ford. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. Now a timeout's called. Cleveland using its 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Looking to the air here. Jump pass brought in. And they make this stop, we're going to say, at about the 37-yard line.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on 2nd down. That playbook wide open.
2nd and 3 now. From the 37. That's complete, David Njoku. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. Now with 2 seconds left, we get the expected timeout from this offense. They're in great shape to get 3 here entering the half. Only time left for 1 more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. There's a 44-yard look from the right hash. And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. So a 2-score game here at the break. Some work to be done as we get ready for the EA Sports Halftime Report with Scott Hansen. Scott?
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the 3rd quarter as we're ready to kick off the 2nd half. Back out to our commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Hewer.
As always, a hat tip to our buddy Scott Hansen for his hard work there during the break, as we're happy to welcome you all back for the start of our third quarter. The Browns have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. On the return, here comes Kene Wangu. They'll have decent field position to begin with here, Brock. He's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. So to begin the third quarter, the New York offense returning to the field. They have played lights out on offense, scored their first 2 times out, Brock. A chance to go 3 for 3 and grow that lead here. They've got first down from the 31. They start to drive with Hall. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
I know these D-ends love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday. But doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Fields to throw it. Into traffic, complete. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
I'm not going to lie. I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards into double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Fields out of the gun. Bails out of the pocket quick. He's running for it. And Fields slides down safely as he picks up the first.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
They fake the handoff. Now Fields. Down the field. He's got Wilson. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line. He picks up 28 on the play. And it's good enough for a New York first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
I just don't know how you play defense, Kate, and some of the guys in the league today. How can you balance defending somebody who can run for it or throw it right over your head? These dual threat QBs, they're a nightmare.
Minute 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
Hey, that's a pretty modest pickup for a QB keeper. On a traditional handoff, you'll take that yardage, but those QB keepers, so many times, they're really designed, Kate, for chunk plays in my double digits, and they nearly got it there.
First down run gets him 6, so now it is 2nd and 4. From the 16. Taking off with it again. And they take this in for the score. The Jets grow the lead coming out of halftime. It's a Justin Fields touchdown.
Okay, you got to be aware defensively by this point that this guy is going to run if he sees daylight. I think there was an awareness factor. They just couldn't stop him. He has just been that kind of X factor with his legs.
Volkon now to try the point after. He hits it true despite some issues with that snap. And the Jets push their lead to 18. All right, thanks so much, Scott. We are back and about set to begin our second half. It's all lined up. Folk ready to send this one flying. He fields it from the 8. And it'll come to an end as they touch him down as much as they need to. Browns look just about ready, Brock. Here comes 1st and 10. Forward, straight ahead. And this is scooped up by the Jets. And they can't add anything after that recovery, partner, but they do take possession of the football.
You know, this just can't happen on first down. It really can't. I mean, ball security is a premium on every down, every distance. But on first down, it is especially a killer.
The Jets out to begin another drive. And eventually, Brock, one of their drives is going to... While a new offense preps to head out, we've got a stoppage. They want to make sure this is a turnover.
Is under review.
Yeah, pretty bang-bang play out there. It's tough to see exactly what happened on our first look in real time.
But you know what I like here, and I do appreciate, and these officials are so good at let the play just play itself out before calling it dead. Now all the replays and the camera angles will give us such a better idea of really what happened.
Take that fumble away. The officials overturn the call and say he was down. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Looking slant route, complete. This one up to about the 27-yard line. Brandon Stevens in on the tackle.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. They'll try and throw it here. And he's going to go down. Jets brought the pressure and got to him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Okay, that's one of those situations where it's just a double whammy. Number one, you can't afford to give up a possession and waste a possession like that. And number two, to do it so quickly. A 3-and-out in that situation. And really, listen, if there is a path to a comeback, and that's a big if right now, it's going to take sustained drives, and a 3-and-out just devastating on that possession.
The Browns are lining up to punt. And he's only a handful of yards from his own goal line. Starts the return at the 34. And a nice strong effort there on that return to take us to the end of this quarter. Just 1 quarter remaining in this one. It's not quite over yet, but it'd take a pretty miraculous comeback. We've got a 3-score game as we get set to start the 4th quarter. Nice field position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, Fields. Cox, that's Arian Smith. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. They'll get 18 yards there. And it'll give the Jets a 1st down.
Jets, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips, cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
From the gun, it's Hall. Has a lane inside the 25. And he heads out of bounds. Great pickup on that run. It's a 21-yard gain. And it's good enough for a New York 1st down.
I'll tell you what, Kate, one of the things I'm most proud of coming out of broadcast are my O-line buddies that will hit me up during the game and say thank you. Thank you for finally showing some love and giving some light to what those big boys are doing up front. I got to play with some of the best to do it. I got to see it up close and personal. Because of it, I'll never forget it. And they just showed up on that run. They say about great outfielders in baseball, there's just something to them. They've got a knack, feel, and instinct to take the right line, the right angle. For safeties to create tackles for loss in the run game, it's the exact same attribute and skill set. Got to take that right angle and then go finish that runner.
Fields gets it out right quick. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11.
It's a game of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
So we're down to the 2-minute warning here from New York. Jets about set to celebrate this win. Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. Shotgun snap to Fields. And he scores. It's a New York touchdown. The Jets keep adding that 4th quarter lead. It's a Justin Fields touchdown.
Hey, Kate, that play, I don't think it started out as a touchdown run. I think he was thinking first down, but all of a sudden, a little bit of space opened up, those afterburners kicked in. He made himself and his team a phenomenal play.
Folk on now to try the point after. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Jets continue piling on to this lead. It's all lined up. Folk ready to send this one flying. That's going to be taken in at the 8. This makes it up to the 25. Back out now comes the Browns offense. And this a final opportunity to make things a little closer in that final score. Cleveland about ready to go. Here's 1st and 10. A give up the middle to Ford. Had some room to work, and he took advantage. Give him 7. The Browns take the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down.
That run may not have gotten you a first, but sure, nice little run to set the table.
Nice run last play. Sets up 2nd and 2. Another one for Ford. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops. A 70-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
These aren't the plays that will lead highlight reels, but they're the ones that win you ball games. What a nice gain by the back. And now his offense can go in any number of directions on 1st and 10.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Now they'll throw out of the gun. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Tough one to retain through that hit. So 2nd down coming up. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock. And physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
Completed over the middle. And they're approaching midfield with that gain of 6. He's up to the 46. Now a timeout's called. Cleveland using its 2nd. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call's going to be on 3rd down. Pass play now. That one's caught by Tillman. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
Such a terrific job by the receiver. You can't give that route away. You got to run a curl. And the best like curl and go, hook and go, out and up guys, Kate. They run that initial route full speed. He did. Got the defense to bite, and the play went right over his head.
They'll throw it again. This is Lazard working the right side. And finally, they're able to stop this play from getting any more yards.
Speed kills, baby. You better make that tackle right away on these receivers or you're going to get some serious yak. Those yards after catch just like that. Taking a short gain and turning it into an explosive play.
What a spot for a big play, huh, Brock? It has him well into the red zone now with 1st and 10. Oh, no touchdown. It's intercepted.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
New York offense. And with just a lone timeout remaining across the field, they're going to be able to run out this clock on the victory. Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on 1st down. This will be a nice win for the Jets, who draw closer to it as they take a knee. So the win goes to the Jets. And it was a maestro of a performance defensively, limiting them to only one field goal. Playing shutdown football like that, Brock, it is no surprise they came away with the win. And I think you'd agree, we see some more lockdown football in their future. So for my partner, Brock Heward, and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. It's a well-earned win for the Jets as we say so long from New York.
Veteran Chris Boswell ready to get things going. And off we go from the Steel City. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. We'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up trouble. So the Packers come out, and they are led by Jordan Love, who followed Aaron Rodgers after playing apprentice for a couple of seasons. And now for Love, it is his 3rd season as the Green Bay starter. Right to the air to open this one up. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. He was trying to connect with Matthew Golden that time. And that will lead to a 2nd down. It's the tight end Kraft in motion. From the gun, it's Love. And he'll be stopped short of the 1st down. He's able to look it in and get forward for a pickup of about 8.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
A good play action with Love. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down. Tucker Kraft was the intended receiver there. And that'll set up 4th down.
But here we find the best laid plans sometimes do go astray. Every offense, Mike, what do they tell us? We want to stay ahead of the chains. We want to stay on schedule. This was a 3rd and very reasonable. Incomplete on that 3rd down try. Now brings up 4th and short.
This brought in out past the 20. And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. Well, here come the Steelers, and that's the sight that looks odd, but people were looking to see after keeping us waiting all spring. Year 21 in the league for Aaron Rodgers, his 1st as the Steelers quarterback.
There's not many guys, Mike, in NFL history that while their career is still ongoing, they already are considered a no-brainer finding themselves in camp one day. And this guy is certainly at the top of the list. Let's not forget, this is not some washed-up quarterback who can't let go of the past. He is still capable of playing at an all-pro level. And if he continues to do so, any team he's on is going to be a Super Bowl contender.
Rodgers to throw. That's complete to his running back, Kenneth Gainwell. And he's not going to be able to get away. Good defense on the perimeter. It'll be a loss of yardage.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and results in a negative play.
On 3rd down, Rodgers. He'll try and get there on the ground. And Rodgers has done this long enough. Gives himself up to the end, but he's got a 1st down.
15 yards on the play. That's good for a Pittsburgh Steeler.
This is exactly how it's supposed to look on 3rd down. His eyes are downfield, nothing materializes. He quickly decides he can do it himself, picks up the 1st down, and then to protect himself with the slide, well done.
Play fake. It's Rodgers.
He's got Freiermuth open on the left side. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
Brings up second down.
Certainly not how they drew it up for his first catch of the game, but he's on the board, and I think the hope is continue to go his way, and next time, let's try to pick up some yards.
The master of play action, Rodgers. Off-balance throw. It's complete. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down.
Brings up third.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
That is incomplete. Great work to get in there, make things difficult defensively, and it sets up fourth down.
So the hope is your 1/3 down conversion from really jump-starting a possession that ultimately leads in points, but after that third down incompletion, kind of throws a wrench into those plans.
On fourth down, it's Corliss Waitman out to punt. That's going to be out of bounds, no return, and the drive's going to start just inside the 20-yard line. Packers offense ready to get going with their second possession. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. Now the first carry of the game for Josh Jacobs. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming. He's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
So that'll do it for a fast-moving first quarter of play. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. And we're back to the Steel City after this. We begin quarter number 2. The Packers have the football. They're looking at a second down and 9 to go. Peel it forward for maybe a yard. Malik Harrison, they're on the play.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
It's the tight end Kraft in motion. Now Love. There's a short one caught by Kraft. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's fourth down.
Even though they gave up that last completion, Mike, that's a really good drive there for this defense. I mean, from the beginning, on those early downs, keeping them from staying ahead of the chains, put them in a tough third down situation, and now it brings up fourth down, and looks like they're going to get off the field.
And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Steelers' offense about ready to get going on their second possession. They'll have very good starting field position as they set up past the 40. This one is complete to DK Metcalf. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
First down. 1st and 10.
Nice way to start the drive here. Really good protection by the guys up front. Good decision. Find his read. Ball's accurate. Ball's on time. Now they're able to start this drive and get on the move the right way.
They'll run the draw with Warren. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
When you call a draw, Mike, what you're counting on is that the defense is in full pass mode. The linebackers in secondary are getting a lot of depth in their drops. The defensive line is just racing up the field thinking, I'm going to sack the quarterback. In this case, they're not so lucky. Not only do they not catch him off guard, they're not able to pick up any yards.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. It's Rodgers. That's over the middle and taken in by Freiermuth. They get about 6 before he's taken down.
That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 3.
They'll come up to 3rd and 3. Rodgers. Taking off, he'll try to get there. And that's a veteran quarterback doing what veterans do. Don't take the extra hit. Got the first down, get down. The drive continues.
Anytime a quarterback decides to tuck it and turn himself into a runner, you can just feel the sideline hold their breath. They're just hoping that he gets down, picks up enough for the first down, but more importantly, protects himself so he can get himself back up and continue on.
And he's going to be brought down just outside the 10-yard line. A gain there of 16 yards. That's a Steeler first down.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using...
The pressure, too much, and he goes down. The Steelers going to use one of their timeouts. They stop it here with just under 40 seconds until halftime. So after the loss on first, here's 2nd and 14. Rodgers. That is caught in the middle of the end zone. Calvin Austin. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
When you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their 2nd possession.
Chris Boswell on for the point after. It's up and good. And the Steelers will take a 7-0 lead. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. Now return coming from the 7. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Packers offense going to get it one final time in this first half. They'll be hoping to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 our score as this drive begins with a first down.
Long's pass. Complete to Dontavian Wicks. 2-yard gain. Brings up 2nd down at the 28-yard line.
Second down, they need 7. And this time they'll just keep it on the ground. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. So, halftime.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. Scott Hansen and crew, thrilled to be with you from the Orlando studios at EA Sports. And we'll keep this one short and sweet. Just 1 touchdown on the board so far, 7-0 at the half. Will the offenses pick it back up? To find out, let's rejoin our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula as they come out for the second half. It's about to get underway. This one taken at the 7. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. Steelers offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. They'll start this on the ground with Warren. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down.
He was brought down at the 26. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
They'll stay on the ground with Warren. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
It is 3rd and 10. To throw, it's Rodgers. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is 4th down.
And that's exactly how you teach it. They want these defenders to time the hit, that right when the ball gets there, you separate the receiver from the ball. And those are the ones on offense, man. You just have to make that catch, Mike. I know it's easier said than done, but you know the hit's coming. You've got to squeeze that thing, brace for impact, and make that play for your offense.
The Packers offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a 1st down. Off the play fake. Here's Love. A throw on the move is caught. And he'll be run out of bounds. It's a good game. On 1st down, they pick up 7 yards.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game. And you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
On 2nd down, Love. Now he'll air one out. That's caught! And he'll be marked down at the 15-yard line. A big play and a much-needed one as well to gain of 43 yards.
Both pre-snap and post-snap, this is about as well done as you can do at the quarterback position. Get in and out of the right call, identifying the holes along the back end, and then the throw. You can't put it in a better spot. I mean, that's just a big-time play.
It's the tight end Kraft in motion. The RPO, that one is complete. And it'll be forced out of bounds, just a couple of yards short of a 1st down. That's a pickup of 8.
We hear the term RPO so often, Mike, and it continues to kind of trickle its way into the NFL. But remember, it's a lot different in the NFL than it is in the college game where it's a lot more prevalent. The lineman cannot go downfield, so that quarterback has to make a lot of really fast.
And he gets outside. He'll go to the end zone. Josh Jacobs. Touchdown, Green Bay. It's up and through. And the Packers will level things out at 7 apiece. All right, Scott, thank you very much. We welcome you back on EA Sports for quarter number 3. We're on top, 7 apiece. And the kick's away. The return starts from the 5. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. Here comes the Pittsburgh offense now, heading back onto the field. We'll try to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. A run out of the gun with Warren. And he'll get forward for about a yard. Edger and Cooper, they're on the tackle.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
From the 31, here's 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, it's A-Rod. Catch is made by Romeo Dobbs. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. They get 10 yards on the hook up there. Good for a Steeler 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
They'll run straight ahead with Warren. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down.
The tackle made at the 47-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
So, points at a premium. Defensive battle so far as we are through 3. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 4. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the 1st down.
Nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a 1st down without being forced to push the ball downfield and force it past the line to gain. He settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick up the rest after the catch.
Here's a handoff to Warren. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Well, this has been the story of the entire game, Mike, is just how well this defense has played, particularly against the run. There has been nowhere to operate for this offense, and it continued here on this last play.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd down and 9. That is caught out wide on the RPO. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. 2nd time they've connected on this drive. 19 yards out of this one.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Well, the run after catch is certainly nice, and they're definitely going to take it. But watch the savviness of the route running. Certain guys just have a better feel for running these slant routes than others, and it's a nice result.
On 1st and 10, it's Warren. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
These negative runs, they just make everything for the play caller that much more difficult, Mike. So they've got to find a way to be more efficient on these early downs, meaning 1st and 2nd down, because if not, you find yourself the entire game in 3rd and pass, and that's what every single defense in the league is trying to do.
2 minutes to play in regulation. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. They'll come up now for 2nd down. They'll drop to throw. This is taken in by Dobbs. They'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and
4. Important moment here. 3rd down and 4. From the gun, Rodgers. That is caught. And he's in. Pat Fryermuth. Touchdown Steelers.
You know, Mike, at this level, not all touchdowns are created equal. There's some plays that result in touchdowns, and then there are touchdown strikes. And this one is the latter. I mean, you talk about a confidently thrown ball on the money downfield. It doesn't get a lot better than this, and his receiver is able to take it in for 6.
On for the extra point is Boswell. He's got it, and the Steelers will move out to a 14-7 lead. So the lead is 7 now. Here in this fourth quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. He fields it at the 8. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. So now, Jordan Love and the Packers down 14-7, less than 90 seconds to go. How will this play out? We'll watch. They come up for first down. He'll be brought down up past the 35-yard line. The Packers go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. They'll get it with still 1:20 left to go in the game. Plenty of time, plus 2 timeouts at their disposal. It's 1st and 10. A quick throw on the RPO is complete, and they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5 at the 41-yard line.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, and it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. Traylon Burks, the intended receiver. 3rd down coming up.
The game is there for the taking. They control their own destiny, but this brings up a really big 3rd down here. But remember, they don't have to force it and push the ball past the sticks. Even if they come up short, they still have 4th down in their back pocket to try to extend this drive and see if they can pull out the win here late.
He's going to have the first down, so they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
A gain of 9 yards.
That's a timeout for Green Bay. It'll be their 2nd. Clock stops, 46 seconds to go. Final minute, 1 timeout remaining, and it's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Love. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down.
All right, so this is why you get paid the big bucks. These are the possessions as a quarterback you need to deliver for your team. Everybody talks about 2-minute. Everybody drills it every single week. But when it comes down to this moment in the game, your quarterback needs to be on point. And after that 1st down incompletion, it just makes things that much harder.
And he'll get about 7. Still short of that 1st down. And they'll try to convert it on 3rd down.
Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
Towels waving, Steeler fans on their feet. It's 3rd down. To throw is Love. We'll stop it with a little over 30 left in the game.
1st down.
And now we're at the point of the game, Mike, where someone has to step up and make a play. It's exactly what this quarterback and his receiver did. It gives them now a fresh set of downs and a chance to go down and make this game very interesting.
Here is 1st and 10. Here's Love. That is into the hands of Wicks.
Love's pass complete to Dontavian Wicks. A gain of 7 brings up 2nd down at the Steelers' 23-yard line.
Here's 2nd down. Now Love. That'll be incomplete. And now we are down to likely just one more play.
Incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
And that's going to be incomplete. The defense holds here in the final minute, and they're going to get out of here with a victory. So this one in the win column for the Steelers. They use a little home cooking here. They play a complete football game. They're going to send their fans home quite happy. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. The Steelers, winners, as we say so long from the confluence of the Three Rivers in Pittsburgh.
EA Sports welcomes you to the
And we are underway in Buffalo. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
I tell you what, when he's on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll go play action here with Rattler. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And it's caught inside the 30. And he is down deep into Buffalo territory. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 69 yards.
No wasting any time here before hitting out a big play. And that was something this defense talked about having to guard against. Not giving up big plays in the passing game. But here's one on the opening drive of the contest.
Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Sometimes being a linebacker in the middle of the field is kind of like being a doctor on the field. You got to make the right diagnosis. Here he correctly sets his run and shoots through to make the play in the backfield.
On 2nd and goal, there's an option play left. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there. Doing it himself from 9 yards out. And the Saints have taken the early lead on the road here in Buffalo. Defensively, they told us that the top priority was defending option plays this week. But here on the very first drive, the defense broke down a bit.
It certainly did, and it's really not a surprise because defending option football is difficult. you have to think too much. Most of the time, you just react to what you see and you play fast. Here you're reacting, you're processing. Do I have the back? Do I have the quarterback? Who do I take? Do I take on a blocker? And next thing you know, he's in the end zone.
Groupie able to add the PAT. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Out comes the offense for the Bills, led by their quarterback at 6'5". That's Josh Allen.
Last season, his team asked him to put everyone on his back and carry them to success, and he did exactly that. Now, at this point in his career, all he cares about is postseason success and finding a way to get his team to a Super Bowl.
Ball at the 26, 2nd and 7. Allen tries the left side and finds Olave. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Buffalo Bills.
Allen off the play fake. Being chased out left. That's Olave bringing in another one. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Trying to defend the out route there, got the PI call.
And you know what's difficult about that one is sometimes you want to make the undercut move and go for the football, and other times just want to hang on the upfield shoulder and make the tackle. I think he got caught in between and created a foul.
Now Allen. He completes it to Olave. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Chris Olave, 36 yards. And the Bills are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. Now Matt Prater for the point after. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Seven, our score after one. The Saints with the football here to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it 2nd down and 11. Throwing is Rattler. That's complete to Cooks. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
First down, Saints.
Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, but he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the first down.
And this is not going to work as planned. He's going to be met and dropped behind the line of scrimmage. Gregory Rousseau works his way in for the stop and the loss.
Well, as a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
I think it might be time to move to a different section of the playbook there, because back-to-back runs, both for loss. Now they have third and long coming up.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete.
Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just one first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
Here comes the Saints punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Allen. Here's a diving catch right side. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Cook up the gut. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So not a lineman, but the tight end instead this time, drawing the holding call.
And more what you're getting with tight ends are guys who are much more receiver than blocker. They may be willing, but that might not be their thing. Oftentimes, they'll be the ones getting the penalties.
A good pickup there, 21 yards.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Throwing now is Allen. Setting up the screen for Cook. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Well, so far, little to no resistance by the defense on this drive alone. 3 passes, 3 completions, 3 first downs. They're taking it to him, and it's paying off.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Khalil Shakir, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Bills will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this 2nd quarter. Later on to add the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And it was all polished off with a Khalil Shakir touchdown catch. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Saints offense going to head out now late in this first half. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Rattler wants to throw it. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Here's a 2nd down and 7 from the 37. They'll throw. Here's Rattler. Little short pass here to Hill. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. To the air is Rattler. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. Give him 4 yards there, and that should be the final play of this first half.
At the 46-yard line.
So halftime straight ahead. Let's get you down to the Sunshine State and Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the 3rd quarter as we're ready to kick off the 2nd half. Back out to our commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Scott, we thank you as always, and we'll see what happens here in the 2nd half. Both teams trying to find the right formula to come out with the victory. A 1-touchdown ball game, 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports. He stiff arms him, and he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the 2nd half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half, they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it. But I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities. And I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Here's Allen to throw it. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a 1st down.
That's good for a Buffalo Bills. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
To the air, Allen. Quick slant to Shakir. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. Complete to Olave on the out route. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 19. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
Allen to throw once more. Out to the left, he's got his tight end Knox. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. So 5 plays on this drive, Charles. All passes, all completions, and just like that, they're in the red zone.
And don't you think the playbook opens up a little bit more now? Because all they've done is throw the football. If you want to run it now, you may very well have them fooled.
And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Josh Allen, very athletic at 6'5", showing the versatility, picking up the first on the scramble.
He's been patient this entire game, waiting for the perfect moment to surprise him with a quarterback keeper. There he catches him off guard and converts his first rush of the game into a 1st down. Gotta love that efficiency.
Cook is in. Touchdown, Bills.
Sometimes offense can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Now Prater to add the PAT. It's good, and it is now 21-7. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it was James Cook capping all of that off with a touchdown run. Scott, thank you very much. We are ready to get started here with the 2nd half. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the 2nd half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small magical spread to overcome? A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out. And this is what they're going to need more of. It's the 3rd quarter. You're trailing. You've got to come out with a renewed sense of purpose. And that's a nice way to kick off the drive with good yardage and a 1st down.
From the gun, here's Rattler. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
And they'll hold him to 3 there as he takes this up to the 47. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. The slot man in motion right. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Buffalo. It's the Saints who hold the football, but they're trailing as we begin the fourth quarter of play. Here's Rattler. He gets it to Cooks. And he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. Fourth down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
They'll go. Here's Rattler. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert it, and they turn it over. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. Beginning this series with a handoff to Cook. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. A sizable gain there, 9 yards as they get it back to a 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Now the play clock hits 0 here, and we're going to get a delay.
Delay of game.
Delay of game penalty. Ships him back 5 yards, makes it 3rd and 10. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Cook. A little juke. Down the right sideline. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. James Cook, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bills have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Well, it has been the passing game that's really been responsible for much of the scoring so far. But let's not forget about this running attack. They're pretty good, too, as evidence right there.
And I think, Brandon, the fact that they've thrown the ball so well contributed to that touchdown because that was a defense that was really keyed up to cover those receivers. All they wanted to do was blanket them. They didn't have enough men in the box to stop the run, and you saw the end result.
Prater on to add the extra point. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it was James Cook capping all of that off with a touchdown run. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And a good return, but he pays the price at the end of it as he's picked up and thrown down. The New Orleans offense set to take over. Well, probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the 4th quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage. They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Now Rattler. but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down.
Remember, Brandon, he ran for a touchdown earlier, so his decision to go ahead and tuck it and go again turned out to be a wise one.
And the decision is what is important here. He has made some good decisions on when to tuck it and go. They'll look to throw now on first down. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They'll drop to throw. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their...
Rattler from the gun, third down. That is caught. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 19. That gain on third down, good for 28.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a first down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
Complete. It's Johnson. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the fourth. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. And Oliver able to drop him for a loss of 4 from his defensive tackle spot.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
This likely a must-have, third and goal. They'll look to throw for it with Rattler. Did he get the feet down? Yes! Touchdown! Brandon Cooks, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Saints have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, though, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. The Bills' offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes a right read seemingly every time. Now the Saints will use their third and final timeout as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. Allen down to a knee, and that should just about do it. So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. Well, what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, you know they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on that, not just a week of practice, but I'm sure all during training camp. Make sure when you have it, tuck it away because danger lurks everywhere you turn.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long from Buffalo.
We're about 10 miles due east of the U.S. Capitol Building at Northwest Stadium in Landover. Straight ahead, a good one in store this afternoon. It's the Cleveland Browns and the Washington Commanders. Welcome, it's Mike Tirico along with Greg Olsen and Matt Gay going to kick things off. Off we go from Northwest Stadium. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. The Cleveland offense set to take the field for the first time. They'll be led out by the veterans, still going. Former Super Bowl MVP, comeback player of the year in 2023, it's Joe Flacco. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he'll get about 8 on that one, most of it coming after the catch. It's second down.
Brings up second down at the 32-yard line.
They'll run. This is Jerome Ford. And that one going to be closed down in the backfield. Great defensive play. Knifing it and dropping him for a loss. On third down, they'll set up to throw. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down. So on fourth down, the lefty, Corey Bojorquez to punt for Cleveland. This one fielded out beyond the 25. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. So here come the Commanders, and they are led by the Offensive Rookie of the Year in 2024. Greg, it was such a good rookie campaign for Jaden Daniels out of LSU.
And even though he's just a rookie, Mike, I think it's safe to say Jaden Daniels, he is one of the most dynamic athletes that we have in the entire NFL at the quarterback position. And on top of that, he's not a one-dimensional player. Yes, he's going to make splash plays with his feet. He's going to make some highlight reel plays. But he is a quarterback. He can make every throw. He's got great arm talent. If he can continue to find the balance between those two aspects, he's got a chance not to have just success today. He has a chance to have success for a long time in this league.
Flush to his right. And he gets to the outside and takes it in. Jaden Daniels. Touchdown, Washington. Matt Gay on for the extra point. He's got it. And the Commanders will take a 7-0 lead.
This makes the score. Commanders 7, Browns nothing.
So, after the touchdown, here's Gay to kick this one away. Now return, coming from the 7. He'll get across the 20, mark him down to the 23-yard line. The Browns offense going to take over now for the second time. They were forced to punt the first time through. It led to a touchdown, so down 7-0 as they get the ball back. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down. Frankie Louvu. He gets in there for the sack. It's a loss of 4 to kick off this drive. So after the loss on first, here's 2nd and 14. Throwing, Flacco. He's got his man, Carter. And he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 4, but now it's third down.
And it's third down.
Flacco. In trouble, and down he goes.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front because right now, their pass protection is breaking down, and his quarterback's paying the price for it.
This will be returned from the other side of midfield. The Commanders' offense ready to see what they can do on their second possession. They lead 7-0 thanks to the touchdown on the opening drive, so try to double up here as they begin this drive first and 10. That is brought in. What about that? And Kevin Stefanski taking exception to that last call, and he's going to throw the challenge flag. At issue, was he able to stay in bounds? The NFL rules, you're looking for either 2 feet or a body part that is not a hand to be down with possession of the ball. No bobbling, the ball not moving around. He has control, so that's what the referee is looking at here. So a smart decision on the defensive side to use the challenge here. This winds up as an incomplete pass. He'll complete this one. That's Deebo Samuel. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. Here we go. Third and a yard. It's Daniels. He'll try to run for it. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, inside the 20. They get the conversion in a big way. That's good for 29 yards.
First and 10.
Going back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. Tough running there in the red zone. He did not want to go down. And he picks up the first down. It'll be first and goal.
Another Washington.
Here's a run. And he's going to be brought down. And with that tackle, we hit the end of the first quarter of play. So we'll get a second and goal when we return. 7-0 is our score. It's the NFL on EA Sports. And we're back after this. On second down, it's Daniel. It is brought in the end zone. Harry, Lauren, touchdown Commanders. Greg, it's one of those, sometimes you got to feel like you know where the ball's going to go, and the defense knows it too, but it still ends up in that guy's hands for the touchdown.
Absolutely, Mike. In these critical situations, like down here in the red zone, it's players, not plays. It doesn't matter what you draw up on the board. You say, okay, who's my best player? Put him in a good matchup, let him go win, and give him a chance. That's exactly what they do here, and I think we're going to see a lot of this the rest of the game.
So, after the touchdown, here's Gay to kick this one away. Here comes a return from the 5. Get across the 20, mark them at the 22-yard line. Browns offense getting set to get back to work. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0 the score, as the offense tries to regroup and get going with first and 10. In motion comes Lazard. The drive starts with a carry by 4. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all. From the 22 now, here's second and 9. Now Flacco. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. Bobby Wagner. He gets in there to drop him for a big loss. And now it's third and long. To throw is Flacco. This one caught by Lazard. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's fourth down. This fielded inside the 35. And he's going to be brought down after a short return And that's where his team will get possession of the football. Drive will start on the ground, and he is planted. Backfield. Defenders crashing through. Blow up that play behind the line. Daniels to throw on second down. Now he'll run. And they will finally track him down inside the 40-yard line. That one good for 29.
And this is when it just gets very frustrating as a defense, because this is what it's been like all day. The pass rush is good, but just not quite good enough. They let him slip through, and he burns up.
That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Ronnie Hickman. And the Browns force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27-yard line. On play action, he'll set up to throw. This offensive line just has no answers right now.
This isn't real complicated. You're just not going to win a lot of NFL games when you continue to give up sacks at the rate that they are. I mean, this is just a complete disaster for this offensive line, and if they don't get it fixed, this game could be a runaway.
Work to do now as they come up on second and long. Flacco to throw. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
We're not even at halftime yet, Mike. I mean, this pass rush has completely taken over the game. It's just sack after sack after sack. This is going to be a long day for this offensive group if the O-line doesn't figure something out here in a hurry.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's third and long. Here's Flacco. Looking deep here for Tillman. And that is incomplete. Cedric Tillman was the intended target. And it's going to lead to a fourth down.
The offense just couldn't seem to get anything going that drive. They knew they had a long way to go, taking over possession that deep in their own territory. You want to pick up that first down and see if you can capitalize some momentum. Instead, the errant throw brings up fourth down, and they're going to have to punt it away.
Now the return, and that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. Here comes the Washington offense now. They get set to take over. Their lead sits at 14-0 here in this second quarter. Looking to run away with this one. Before to start the drive. First carry for the versatile Austin Eckler. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line. A gain of 14. Good for a quick first down.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
A tick under 2 minutes until halftime. We'll be back just outside the nation's capital after this. Now Daniels throwing on first and 10. That'll be batted away. Incomplete. Coverage very strong defensively. It's second down.
I think he got away with one there, Mike. I thought with the way the defender had him covered, I was actually surprised he didn't move off to his next progression. He threw that into some really tight coverage, and he's lucky that ball wasn't picked.
On second down, it's Eckler. He's going to be taken down at about the 30. A gain of 17 yards. First down, Washington.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense. All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hands. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball, modest gain.
Throwing on second down, Daniels. He's got room to roam. And they're in business now. He is out of bounds inside the 10. They get 14 yards and set up first and goal.
Man, they're just running this 2-minute drill to complete perfection. It is such a point of emphasis of every offense, Mike. These end-of-half scenarios to come away stealing points make a big impact on the outcome of the game. And they're knocking on the door here, first and goal. At the very least, got to come away with some points.
And they're going to bring him down, but there is a penalty marker on the field.
Still first down.
Now it is first and goal. This is going to be caught for a touchdown, but there is a marker down, and you can tell they know this is coming back.
Eligible receiver downfield. Offense.
So a costly penalty here. It wipes away the touchdown. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
Still a ways from the end zone as they come up now on second and goal. Even in the air, here's Daniels. He gets it to Samuel, left side. And they'll get some of the yardage back, but now work to do. It's third and goal.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call it.
And he's into the end zone. Jaden Daniels. Touchdown, Washington. This defense continuing to give up points. Greg, you've been on offenses like this. This has to feel great when you're on a roll like this.
And it's really twofold, Mike. First and foremost, just like you said, every offense in the league works all week. We want to start out fast. We want to establish some early rhythm and play our style of game. They've certainly done that. Now, on the flip side, what does it do to your opponent? It takes them completely out of their game plan, knowing this early in the game, they're chasing points.
Now Gay for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Commanders mistake themselves to a 21-0 lead. Halftime coming close, and not much time left as this one is kicked away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. The Browns offense going to take over just before the half. They find themselves down 3 touchdowns here, needing to flip the script in a hurry. And they'll start it here on first down. Here's Flacco to throw. Gets that one to the veteran Lazard. And he's out of bounds. Gain of 4. And it'll bring up second down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
They'll throw out of the gun. On throw, right side, taken by Njoku. Now his timeout. They're going to take it with 8 seconds remaining until the break.
3-yard pickup. And it's
third and 2. Here we go. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. That's caught. It's the tight end. Third and 2. Here we go. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. That's caught. It's the tight end, Njoku. He's going to have the first down. So they convert on third down with a pickup of 9. They'll look to throw again. He'll let this go deep for the end zone. And penalty flags come in as it winds up incomplete, but no doubt there was contact there. Kevin Stefanski going to turn to his field goal unit. This about as short as you can get. No issues there. This one is good. Halftime coming up. We'll get you down to Scott Hanson and our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hanson with you for a quick recap of the first half, which has been strongly one-sided. This is heading towards blowout territory unless they can come from behind and get themselves a victory. Let's find out what happens in the second half. Let's go back out to the commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thank you. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to kickoff of this second half. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. This one taken at the 7. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The Commanders' offense and Jaden Daniels ready to take over once more. And this defense has got to be at its wits' end trying to come up with a way to keep him contained. He's had so many opportunities to tuck it and go, and he's turned a number of those into big plays. To begin the drive with Eckler. And he finds some daylight. Up past the 35-yard line. A pickup of 7.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up second and 3.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's second down and 3. Quick to Debo. Woo. And he'll be out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35-yard line. A big play there for Washington. And even 30 yards.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
And they're going to be set up right around the 10-yard line. It is a gain of 23 yards, and now they'll have 4 shots at it. It's first and goal.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage. And it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and they're able to convert.
They'll run here with Eckler. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits what do you feel comfortable dialing up here on second and goal.
Push back to the 11-yard line for second and goal. From the shotgun, it's Daniel. He takes off, and he'll gain yardage and able to get down at the end of the play.
A 6-yard gain.
Great job in coverage here. Nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball. He decides to tuck it and turn it to a runner. They get to him quickly. Picks up a couple yards, but not enough now. Brings up third down.
Third and goal. Third and goal. It's Daniel. And he will score again. Jaden Daniels. Touchdown, Commanders.
You can just see the comfort, Mike, that this offense continues to play with. The early momentum in the first half has carried here after the break, and you can see this group just slowly starting to pull away.
And I'm thinking, Greg, about the guys on the other side. You're waiting at halftime, that other offense waiting to get back on the field. What happens? They come right out, extend the lead, and now the task gets a lot tougher for this second half. Gay to add the PAT. He's got it, and the Commanders stretch it out, leading now by the score of 28-3. Scott, thanks. I bet you there's two different, very different, in fact, halftime speeches from the head coaches as we get set for half number 2. So, after the touchdown, here's Gay to kick this one away. He'll start at the 4. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. The Browns offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. They're in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. Open this drive on the ground with 4. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Now they'll set up to throw. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose, and it's going to force 3rd down.
And this is really just more of the same that we saw in the first half. They have made it a huge struggle in the passing game. I mean, just no easy completions, no open space. Every single ball has been contested, and they've done a great job all day.
He's going to look for the home run ball. He's got it. A great connection there. They're going to bring it down inside the 35-yard line. It is a big play for the Browns. Pickup of 46 yards. They'll come up here first. Throwing, Flacco. Quick throw, taken in. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down.
The drag route is certainly not the most complicated route on the route tree, but a really nice job there using the scheme to create separation. He did a really nice job there working across the middle of the field as he made himself open.
Now a handoff to Ford. And he'll take this one forward for about 3, and that's a 1st down.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the 1st down.
Flacco. Open man, and that's Tillman. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
So anytime you decide to blitz, the hope is that the secondary can hold up long enough to allow the extra pressure guys to get to the quarterback. But when you don't get to the quarterback and he's able to get the ball on time and in rhythm, there are holes in the back end, and they're able to pick up the 1st down.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. The NFL's active leader in sacks, Von Miller, gets him for a loss of 7. And now it's 3rd down.
Even when it seems like they're putting a nice drive together, Mike, they just can't seem to escape this pass rush. It has been relentless all game long, and they get him here again.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Out of the gun, he'll throw. And he's going to be taken down. A sack on what likely will wrap up play in this 3rd quarter. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Let's see what they do here. This is 4th and long. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. And he's going to be hit and taken down. They got him with a big-time rush that leads to a turnover on down.
You find yourself down big. It's the 4th quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
The Commanders' offense ready to take over once again. They'll start out 1st down and 10. Daniels going to keep it on the zone read. And he's got another one. Jaden Daniels. Touchdown, Washington. We might need a calculator before this one is done. It has been one-sided, and the route rolls on, Greg.
Absolutely, Mike, and they just keep piling on the points. I mean, this offensive play caller, he's saying it's never enough. I'm going to try to score with every possession, and we've seen him do that all game long.
Now Gay for the extra point. He's got it. And the Commanders stretch things out even further.
This makes the score. Commanders 31. Browns 3.
So, after the touchdown, here's Gay to kick this one away. This will be returned from the 6. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Now it's the Browns' turn as they get set to take over again on offense. Things not looking good. But see if they can get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with 1st down. In motion comes Lazard. Now, faking the give, and he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long. Marshawn Lattimore that time, up from the secondary. He gets in and reports the sack.
Sometimes in the NFL, you have to be careful what you ask for. This offensive line, they were very clear to us. They wanted to take on this group. They loved the ability to be challenged. Well, they might have poked the bear a little bit too much because they've now surrendered a whopping 10 sacks in a single game. And I don't think there's been any signs of this pass rush slowing down. He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
3rd and a long way to go. Now Flacco. And that is incomplete.
It's just so hard to be a good offense in the NFL, Mike, when you are not good on 3rd down. Your inability to extend drives, it either puts a lot of pressure on your coaches to be aggressive on 4th down or simply punt or take a field goal. You have to maintain possession and give you more cracks to score touchdowns.
Punting time for the Browns. They're set to kick it away. As the drive went in the wrong direction, he's on to punt it away. And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. The Commanders' offense and Jaden Daniels ready to take over once more. And you get a look at the numbers, they don't even tell the whole story. This has been a tremendous performance to this point. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. The drive starts with a carry by Eckler. And he's shedding tacklers left and right, winding his way for a gain of 8.
You know, I think every running back's dream is that he's going to run through a wide open hole and have breakaway touchdowns, but that's not necessarily the case very often in the NFL. So the backs that are the best are the ones that can get more yardage than maybe what's blocked for. And I think this is a nice physical game here that they can continue to build off of as the game unfolds. This Austin in taking the deep shot here. 2nd and short, the way they're running the ball, pound the rock, reset the downs, and just keep the drive alive.
Here's 1st and 10. Now this looks like a design run. And he cannot be stopped. He's into the end zone again. Jaden Daniels. Touchdown, Washington. So it's a high five for that one. His 5th rushing touchdown of the game. He draws ever near to the NFL record of 6. To add the PAT. His kick is good. And the Commanders will add one more onto their big lead.
42, round 3.
So, after the touchdown, here's Gay to kick this one away. Safe kick taken at the 5. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Browns offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Begin with a zone read. And he'll force his way forward, maybe a yard. 2nd down coming up.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You could see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
To throw is Flacco. This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
You can tell that all these hits, Mike, they're starting to add up. He just doesn't look comfortable. His eyes aren't downfield. You can see his feet aren't settled. When you get sacked this many times in a game, it's kind of hard to blame him, but he's definitely feeling it.
Long. Back to throw. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
A loss of a yard. 3 and out.
2 minutes to play here in the second half. Greg and I back on EA Sports. After this, the Browns getting their punting team out there as this drive quickly stalled out, so he's on to punch it away. Here comes a return. And how about that? Nice return there, picking his way up past the 35-yard line. The Commanders' offense ready to take over once more. And a few kneel downs should do it here. Defensively, they do still have those 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Here's Eckler. And he will have the first down. Even with 3 timeouts on the other side, they're going to be able to run this baby all the way down.
And this running game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
We'll give it to Eckler on the option. Finds an alley to the 35. Oh, what a run. Down inside the 30-yard line. How about this one, too, to start the drive? Mark him off with a gain of 24 and another first down.
Big hole up the middle. The interior of this offensive line did a great job clearing some space. The back saw it quick, and he hit it. And next thing you know, he was in the secondary for a big pickup.
Gets a quick throw over to Samuel. And he'll wind up getting about 7 yards as he is forced out of bounds.
A gain of 7 brings up second down at the 18-yard line.
He'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. From the gun, it's a give to Eckler.
Well, here's where you really see the value of having a good run. 3rd and short, 4th and short. The ability to just keep it simple, win up front, turn around, hand the ball to your back, and to say, okay, more likely than not, we're going to get a fresh set of downs, maintain possession, and now continue to find opportunities to go generate points.
So it's a win here for the Commanders. They didn't quite get the shutout they were hoping for and likely deserved. This was a tremendous defensive performance. They held the other guys to just a field goal, that's all. That defensive unit was the driving force in this victory. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Commanders are winners, as we say so long from just outside our nation's capital.
Welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
One of the NFL's oldest and most storied stadiums, it's time to give it another go at Green Bay's Lambeau Field. Today we've got a battle here in the NFC North between the Minnesota Vikings and the Green Bay Packers.
Coming
Kurt has it all teed up. And here we go from Lambeau. Fielded at the 7. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. So the Packers offense getting set for their first drive. And bringing them out now in his 6th year here in the NFL. Brock is 3rd as a starter from Utah State. It's Jordan Love.
Give a lot of credit to Jordan last year. Worked through a bunch of injuries over the course of the season. Remember, the Packers were down and had to claw themselves back to the playoffs. And this kid's averaged almost 4,000 yards and 30 touchdowns a year the last 2 years as a starter. A big reason why they've made the postseason both times.
Play fake, it's Love. This is Reed working the right side. And he'll get it up to the 27.
That's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Here's Josh Jacobs getting his first look on the ground. And his drive forward halted after a couple of yards. That tackle made by Blake Cashman.
Hey, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
3rd and 2, Love to throw. He puts some air under it, deep down the left. And he's there to send that one away, incomplete.
I don't think there's any question about it. You could see right from the jump here, the point of emphasis with this coaching staff. Be active with your hands, not just one guy. All these guys are flying around and so actively, aggressively looking for that impact play.
So 4th down, here comes Daniel Wheeler to send it flying for the Packers. And he'll punt it away to end a disappointing opening drive. And he'll have this fair catch right along the 25. So here come the Vikings, taking the field for their first drive of the game. And leading them in his pseudo-rookie season after that injury cost him last year. The 10th overall pick in our 2024 draft, J.J. McCarthy.
All J.J. has ever done in his career, no matter where he's been, is win. And there is something to that. I know at times it's hard to measure how much of it was him, how much of it the people around him. Most importantly, just ask his teammates over the years. They love playing with him. That is a characteristic that's important, and I don't think talked about enough, Kate. Do your guys in the huddle want to play for you? Do they believe in you? Everywhere J.J. has been, he's lit up that huddle, and success has followed. Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Man in motion, headed right. First carry here for Aaron Jones. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. Pickup of 2 here. And it'll bring up a Minnesota first down.
Hey, Kate, you want to see a picture in the football dictionary of staying on schedule? That was it.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. 1st and 10, it's McCarthy. Finds him over the middle. And the defense waiting for him at the line, and he goes down.
You know, I've learned over the years, defensively, they call that the camera play. How many different guys can get rallying to the football? So that last shot you see on camera, you see as many defenders keeping that to a 0-yard gain. That's well done defensively.
2nd down carry for Jones. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. Edgerrin Cooper there to make the stop.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
McCarthy throwing on 3rd down. He puts some air under it deep down the middle. Another drop. The last 2 plays both should have been intercepted, but neither could be brought in. However, Brock, they do at least force this 4th down.
Oh, that was such an opportunity lost. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points on the series. And instead, he just couldn't quite hang on.
Now we'll see Ryan Wright come on for the Vikings to punt this away on 4th. And the sunlight's not a problem for him. He looks up and makes the fair catch. Packers taking the field now. Their second series of the game coming up. They didn't start the game off like they wanted, Brock. Still searching for that opening first down as they take the field a second time. Packers getting set here. 1st and 10. Tight end going in motion here. First down throw. Here's Love. That's the rookie from Texas hauling it in. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
These two NFC North teams have played one so far. Couple of zeros on the board right now. We'll return to historic Lambeau Field after this. Time for our second quarter. It'll be Packer football to begin. They have it on 2nd and short. Love now off the play action. Completed over the middle. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
New set of downs for him from the 46. Play action, Love. That's complete to Reed out left. And they make the tackle at the 38. That's 16 on the pickup. And that's good for a Green Bay first down.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Running on first here with Jacobs. This one held up after just a couple of yards. That makes it 2nd down.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Shotgun now for Love. Hits him on the in route. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. The big play nets him 17 yards. And he'll be first down, Packers.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
We're to the 2-minute warning from Lambeau. And it's the Packers. With it, 1st and 10. Love from the gun. That's caught Tucker Kraft. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made.
Still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Jacobs gets in on the draw. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain, so Brock, that means 3rd down coming up. The Packers take their first time out.
Gain on the play.
They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Drive has gone 8 plays now as they face 3rd and 3. Love out of the shotgun. Drops back. Needs an open man. And he will score. Touchdown, Green Bay! The Packers get some late points and the lead. They were throwing for it there, and they didn't care who knew about it, Brock. And it turns out, hey, nothing was going to stop them either.
Yeah, there's something about an empty formation. You are declaring to a defense, other than QB draw, this ball is going to be in the air. But at the same time, you also force the defense's hand. There's only so many coverages they can play, and they just exposed them.
Brandon McManus on for the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And they add one on to their first touchdown of the contest.
Vikings nothing.
On now is McManus to kick this away. Here's a return from the 7. And this drive will start inside the 25. Minnesota all set to go for its second drive. And normally they'd need this out, Brock, but facing such a small deficit, good chance they try to get a field goal here before the break. Just over 30 seconds left in the half as they come to the line. 1st and 10, here's McCarthy. That's him on the quick hitter. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. The Vikings call a timeout. It'll be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Options are open here. It's 2nd and inches. From the shotgun, McCarthy connects with his back, Aaron Jones. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. Timeout taken by the offense, their 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
Throwing on first, it's McCarthy. He's stepping up and takes off with this one. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. Now the offense is going to take its 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
Here's McCarthy, 1st and 10. Oh, he's keeping it again. Short pickup on the play to about the 40. Devontae Wyatt finishing that play off. So a 1-possession game, Brock, after our first 2 quarters. Now let's throw it over to our pal Scott Hansen. He's got our halftime report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Scott Hansen and crew, thrilled to be with you from the Orlando studios at EA Sports, and we'll keep this one short and sweet. Just 1 touchdown on the board so far, 7-0 at the half. Will the offenses pick it back up? To find out, let's rejoin our commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Hewer.
All right, thanks so much, Scott. We are back and about set to begin our second half. On now is McManus to kick this away. Ty Chandler to return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. Out come the Vikings for the debut possession of our second half. And their defense sure has kept this game close. Now it's time for them to come through, get some points for their team in this low-scoring affair. Vikings to the line now. Here's 1st and 10. On play action now, McCarthy. He's trying to lay this one in deep down the right side. He's got it! Looks like the feet are inbounds too! Oh, I don't believe it! It's a pickup of 33 yards. And that's going to give the Vikings the first down.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Yeah, we hear about it all the time. It's short memory, right? We hear about it with quarterbacks a lot, Kate, when they make a mistake. But it works the same way for a defense, a whole position group. You have got to flush that big play, come back and play the next play, and boy, did the defense do it there.
Offense to the line for second down. Another try following the sack. Brought in Ty Felton. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. And the Packers at a 50 DB out there for this third down play. Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. It's in or no, they dropped another one. Pitch dropped on back-to-back plays, Brock. Does force a fourth down.
That is just a nice stretch of some reps there defensively. Really one of the areas when you watch college game to the NFL game that there is a vast difference. That's the tightness of coverage. These windows of opportunity are small, and they could not find a completion.
Now this one, not much of a chance of it staying in the field of play. They'll mark it out at the 13-yard line. Now here comes the Green Bay offense. And they're coming off an excellent series throwing the football that led to that touchdown, Brock. So you and I both expecting that defense to be looking for that on this series. First call here coming from the shotgun. Putting the tight end in motion. On 1st and 10, here's Love. Dumped off to his running back. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
As an offense, you know it, expecting to break off something big and substantial. But it's up to that defense to stay ahead of it, to keep it contained to something much smaller. Case in point right there.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. On the handoff, here's Jacobs. He's close, but he is stout before he can get to that first down. Picks up 4.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
All right, looks like they're going to try to power this across. Goal line formation on 3rd and inches. On the sneak, it's Love. And that'll be enough for the first as they touch him down.
must-get for a quarterback. I really put that in the always-get territory. Even if the defense knows what's coming, you got to be able to drive forward for at least a couple inches.
A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. Handoff here to Jacobs. And this one's going the wrong way. Nice win for that defense as they send him backwards.
Bernard on the tackle. Tackle made back at the 22-yard line.
Well, the defense is really buckled down. That was a scoreless third quarter for us. The Packers with it. They have the lead late, but this game is close. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Throwing, it's Love. Brought in by his back, it's Jacobs. And he's going to set them up with a 1st down on a huge gain.
It's a gain of 20. That's good for a Green Bay Packers.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. A give to Jacobs on the inside handoff. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
That's a pretty good stop on 1st down. This defense now gets a chance to dictate, and that's what all the great defenses want to do, Kate. They want to dictate it on their terms and not just be reacting to what the offense is always doing.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. They're just going to let the clock run out and take this delay.
Delay of game, offense.
Man in motion wasn't set in time, just couldn't get a snap away before the play clock expired.
Still 2nd down.
All right, here we go, 2nd down. To the air with Love. Finds the in route complete. Decent gain here, but short of the 1st.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options, well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Drive has gone 8 plays now as they face 3rd and 3. Back to throw it. He's got his man. This is Kraft. And he goes out a little short of the 40. A 9-yard gain and good for a 1st down.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. A tight end that moves the chains on 3rd down, that's a QB's best friend.
All right, one more snap before the 2-minute warning. Love with it on 1st down. Quick slant into the hands of Golden. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. One of the tight ends in motion left. On 2nd down, Jacobs. Well, he had to power through one tackle just to get back to the line that time. No surprises here. Defense quick to stop that clock. We've got 1:53 left in this game.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, they got to tackle behind the line. But a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
3rd and 4 coming up now. He's back to throw. Finds him over the middle. He has the Packer 1st down. But that should be enough to win this game. Minnesota spends its 2nd time out here. And they'll have just one left to burn now.
Green Bay Packers. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
1st and 10 now from the 30. Oh, Gronk, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. He had it for a moment Great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Looking for Justin Jefferson on that throw. And it's going to be second down. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour. And there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26. Now the Vikings use their third and final timeout. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call is going to be on third down.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
And the Vikings add an extra defensive back for this third down. Turnings and Jacobs on third. They're holding strong here. The defense gets him at the line. That's going to bring up fourth down.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
An important attempt coming up here for Brandon McManus. This is a 42-yard look from the left hash. McManus sends it through. And special teams convert to get them a little something out of that possession.
That kick right there, Kate, it was a crucial one that really just caused their odds of winning this game to jump substantially. Now we've got a two-score game. It really leaves no room for error for this opposing offense as they prepare to take the field.
On now is McManus to kick this away. Chandler now on the return. He's brought down at one. The Vikings offense back to the field now. Now their last drive, not the one they want to replicate after they were forced to punt it away. Minnesota in the formation. It's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, McCarthy. Right side, this is into the hands of Felton. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 and the 31.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
2nd and 3 now. From the 31. Short pass brought in. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Made at the 47. So a historic venue in football sees yet another win as the Packers take this one at Lambeau. And a lackluster day offensively, thankfully overshadowed by a top-notch defensive effort to get the win in a shutout. So that puts a bow on this one. For my partner Brock Heward and everyone involved on our crew, I'm Kate Scott signing off. This has been another presentation of the NFL.
The seating capacity is 65,000 at Ford Field, and we are right around that number today. A good crowd on hand and seemingly ready to go in the Motor City. Straight ahead, we've got a pretty good one on tap here. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. Kickoff just moments away. Charles, quickly, keys to the game.
For me, it's coaching. Who prepared his team the best going into this one to give them the confidence to believe that they would win the game? That's who's going to come out of this one on top.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Bengals offense here ready to rock and roll. Joe Burrow is the man at quarterback.
And when he came out of college, we all knew he had the chance to be one of the better quarterbacks in the league. He got there in short fashion and elevates everyone around him. Led the league in passing last year with nearly 5,000 yards and had 43 touchdown passes. He's hoping to get his team back to the playoffs after falling just short a season ago.
Brings up second down.
Play action. It's Burrow. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
A gain of 15. First down, Bengals.
Now Burrow. Looking deep here for Chase. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, how about the challenge we're seeing here in this game early? Man coverage against some fleet receivers. That time, the defense won.
Now an option play on second down. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit live. So here's a 3rd and 14. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Open man is Chase, complete. And to the 46 he goes and no further, so he is well short of the first down marker.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Lions are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by their quarterback, the guy out of California, the former Cal Bear, Jared Goff.
And it wasn't that long ago that there were a lot of conversations about whether Jared Goff was truly going to be a frontline starter in the NFL, and he has proven all of those critics wrong. He's taken his game up big notches in the last few years. Now what he needs to do, sustain that success in the regular season come playoff time.
It's a gain of 3, and it'll be second down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
Now a 2nd and 6. They'll go again with Gibbs. Shifts by him. Jukes by again. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. They had a chance to limit his yardage, but he was able to fight off that tackle.
So it's not just the responsibility of the guys who missed the tackles along the way. It's all 11 on defense, able to stop this guy, unable to do it on that play. They've got to find a way. How about his ability to break through and gain that yardage?
And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. Not quite enough for the first, almost. Give him 9 instead, so that leaves him with an enviable 2nd and inches. They'll try the air now with Goff. And this one is incomplete.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. On the keeper, here's Goff. And he's going to have the Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's good. Lions, first down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. After the run, Goff going to throw. St. Brown making the catch on the out route. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it's second down.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
45 yards rushing so far, and this is just their first possession. They've got a new set of downs here.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Now it's gone. It's complete to Williams. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks, because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
How about a nod to the sequence of plays they're putting together here? This has been death by 1,000 paper cuts on this drive, but this is one of their best plays yet, and they're able to move it down into the red zone.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now back to the ground. Here's Gibbs. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Score that tackle for loss to the Wyoming alumnus, Logan Wilson.
And that's exactly what offenses try to avoid by using motion and throwing different formations up. They hate when he can draw a bead on the play, get a running start, and make a big play behind the line of scrimmage as he did just there.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. To throw is Goff. Throw to St. Brown, complete on the left side. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Jared Goff to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And the Lions post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this second quarter. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
Now the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Lions lead 7-0. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it's capped off by a touchdown for the Lions. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Burrow looking to pass. It'll be a gain of 5. And it'll be second down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver, that makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open,
That makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Out of his hands quickly to Higgins. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And that one complete once again to Higgins. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
2nd and 5. Now it's Burrow. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
Burrow will throw. That's caught. Andre Yoshivas. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That's good for 28 yards.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet, as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Now it's Burrow. Steps away to his left. Halftime coming up. Let's get you down to Orlando and our buddy Scott Hanson with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thank you. Scott Hanson and crew, thrilled to be with you from the Orlando studios at EA Sports. And we'll keep this one short and sweet. Just one touchdown on the board so far, 7-0 at the half. Will the offenses pick it back up? To find out, let's rejoin our commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Scott, thanks a bunch. And we'll see which team's adjustments are going to pay dividends here as we are just about ready for the start of the second half. Just the one touchdown in that first half. 7-0 our score as we get going in quarter number 3. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Back onto the field come the Lions for their second overall drive. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a 2-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. Goff now looking to throw. He's got it to Williams. Now he's free at the 35. Jamison Williams. Touchdown, Detroit. Jamison Williams, 72 yards. And the Lions come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there together for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. Scott, thank you very much. We are ready to get started here with the second half. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a two-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome, a little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
Here's Burrow. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. It'll go as a gain of 4. And it'll be second down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
To throw again on second down. Burrow. This will be caught once again by Brown. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 6 yards on the play. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Gotta credit them on that one because they tried to fool him, right? Tried to trick him. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Brandon, a good idea there on 3rd down. Run a little clear out and hope you can get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop him well short.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return, and the Lions will take over. Jamison Williams out onto the field as his guys take over on offense. Pretty good game for him so far. I guess he's still got time here to make this a great game, but so far he's been solid.
I like where you're going with that because it has been pretty good, but there's always that hint that things can really escalate for him. And right now they feel like they're somewhat keeping him in check, but he has found the end zone once. But boy, he can explode at any moment.
Yeah, and when you hit that end zone once, you want to find it again, don't you?
Yes, you do.
You get hungrier.
You get greedy in a good way.
So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And that'll make it second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
Now gone. A short pass here taken in by Laporta. Only able to gain a couple there. 3rd and 7 now.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Goff now looks to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Another big play right there, and this is where, as an offense, you can really put the hammer down. You've got a double-digit lead, but those other guys, they've been hanging around. A touchdown here could put this game out of reach, and that's a strong step towards getting it done.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Jahmyr Gibbs, 27 yards. And the Lions will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. Well, we've said it many times. He is always a threat to go the distance anytime he's got the ball in his hands. And on this occasion, he did just that.
Well, he's definitely the guy that makes this offense go. And when you're an RB1, running back one, you've got to be willing to be patient at times as well. Not every run's going to be the home run we saw there. But once you get that opportunity and that opening, you take full advantage.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 21-0.
Bengals nothing.
So that drive, 4 plays. And it was all capped off by a touchdown run from Jahmyr Gibbs. All right, Scott, thanks very much. And we welcome all of you back here on EA Sports for quarter number 3. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And they'll begin here with a run by Brown. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. This one complete to Yoshibas. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. But we'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Ford Field. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Third down and 6. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. That is caught. And he's going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Now a short one to Gesicki. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackle. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd and 5. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
And Burrow going to throw again. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. Open man is Yoshivas. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Well, you feel the excitement build on those 4th down plays. Defense has to stay out there, but for the offense, when that thing doesn't work out, such disappointment.
It can absolutely be a deflator, but how about the defensive guys? If they stop you on 4th down, they are absolutely elevated going to their bench.
They're elevated now. Big stop on 4th down. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 at the 45. First carry now for David Montgomery. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. A good productive run there on 1st down. He winds up getting 8. Good gain there on 1st down and keeps him in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking. Nice hole for him. Ends up picking up nice yardage. Stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. And he's taken down inside the 30. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a 1st down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Another run for Gibbs here. And he'll take this down just shy of but only 2 yards to show for it.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
On 3rd down, they go Montgomery. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
He was brought down by Jordan.
So they went a little cautious there on 3rd and long.
And nothing wrong with that. Remember, they're playing with a lead right now. So getting a 1st down, yes, that would be great. But even more importantly, take care of the football. No turnovers, no big plays for the other team, and keep the clock moving.
Well, they could just run this clock out, but here is the field goal unit on 4th down. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions, and this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
Well, they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field, so you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting